This video is made possible by the following mad lads. All their awesome gear they supply to me can be checked out in the description below. Hey guys, Drain Cover Inspector here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. So over the weekend we had the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at Baku. And of course, like every other weekend, we went into the Grand Prix with Mercedes saying, Ferrari are pretty quick, I don't think we can beat them. And then we had a Mercedes 1-2 in both qualifying and the race. In the end, out of the two Mercedes, it was Valtteri Bottas who took the pole position on a 140.495. So as is tradition at the moment, I'm going to try and beat this lap time in Assetto Corsa using the Formula Hybrid 2019 mod and a version of Baku that I found on the race department. I'm going to be starting on the baseline setup just to give myself a starting point, but I already have a rough idea of what direction I want to go with the setup. So hopefully I can actually beat this time. I've not actually beaten a pole time yet. It's getting a little bit embarrassing. Anyway, let's go. Bottas is Italian, right? Right then, so here we are in the pit lane at Baku inside our glorious Mercedes F1 car. Time to beat again, just to reaffirm, is a 140.495, so going to have our work cut out for us. But right now, just in the baseline, going to drive around the track, get a feel for it, get a feel for the car, and then go for our first flying lap. So yes, Baku, a track that I don't mind driving Baku. It's one of those circuits which is kind of very of the modern era in F1. But I always enjoy a street circuit. I always enjoy trying to get as close to the walls as you can without crashing. So there's just some sort of appeal in that, really. So our first lap round, I am on the soft compounder tyres, so the red-walled soft tyres. It might look like I am on the mediums, but again, that's because I'm far too lazy and still haven't installed the shader patch, which gives you the correct colour of tyre on the car as you go around. I should really do that, shouldn't I? But oh well. So we're just making our way through the middle sector now, coming up to T7. Of course, when we get to T8, we're both Kubica and Leclerc, spoilers, ended their qualifying in quite interesting fashion. I nearly did the same there. It's very tight through there. You really get a feel of how tight it is in VR. Then you come through this last section, which is pretty much just flat out in this car. It's nice and easy. Just gotta drive your way around. The car sticks. We're running kind of medium downforce right now. We're running lower downforce as we get comfy of the car. Well done, Baku! And there's a Caspian Sea there, just in the background, and we come around the last real corner, and then on to the pit straight. Now I do have the DRS zone set. I had to mod that in using a line from someone on race departments, so I'll put their name somewhere in the description, so thank you to them. So looking for our first DRS zone, doing 305 Ks, DRS opens, and look, it just increases as that rear downforce is taken away. We're definitely going to lower that wing a bit. We're not even getting 20 mile an hour. So brake at 100 for T1. Oh, a bit wide there. Nearly smashed the wall with my rear wheel. That would have been a broken suspension in real life. Unless you're Toro Rosso, who seems to have the strongest rear suspension mounts in the world. DRS zone here as well. Again, braking around the 100 first time through, just to kind of get a feel for it. Probably brake a little bit later than that once we start getting up to speed. It's about being smooth for this section and not doing things like that, locking up the brakes. So I want to actually, I'm going to put the brake bias back a little bit, I think, as I go on. Get a couple of locks, and especially for these corners where it's quite tight and you're carrying the brake in, it'd be nice to have the brakes trailing a bit rather than being at the front, I think. Easy, drive it to the wall. Again, not really driving particularly quickly right now. This is more just trying to figure out where I'm going. Okay, so the car slides through there. That's going to be difficult when we've got a little bit less downforce as well. All over the place, this thing. Getting through this back section, nice and easy. Looking for that braking zone. It's actually one of the hardest corners on the circuit, if you ask me. It's very easy to touch that inside curve and get flung to the right there. Done that a lot in the F1 2018 game. Yeah, again, just a bit late on the brakes. And then power to the line. So the lack of straight line speed is really going to hamper us. And remember, time to beat is a 140.495. We are not going to be beating that this time around. I'm interested to see how close we're going to be with this baseline setup, though. See what kind of work we've got to do. So DRS open. And now it's just drive to the line. There goes the pole time. We're quite a few seconds off already. Wow, a few seconds is an understatement. We are 4 seconds off nearly. A 144. 1.68. So repping the Williams at the moment, it seems. That's on the baseline setup though, and I can tell you already we are way down on top end speed. So we're going to go away and adjust that. And by we, I mean me. I'm going to take off some wing and then, well, see how that affects the car. Right then, so I've made my adjustments. I've pretty much halved the amount of downforce we had in the car for the first baseline lap. I also moved my brake bias back by 1 click, taken some fuel out, and increased the hybrid setting somewhat. So let's see what our top speed. We're pretty much hitting our top speed we were before with DRS, before DRS. So open DRS now. There you go. That's more like it. Getting way over 200 mile an hour now. Right, I've got to try and get our braking zone right because we've got carrying more speed and less downforce on the way in. Roll it through. Probably can use third gear there if I was feeling a bit more confident. And then into T number 2. That was a bit slow through there, it felt slow anyway, but DRS open. We're already up on our Delta bike quite a way. You can see just from the straight how we're just gaining time easily. Always nice to do that in a straight line. It means you haven't got to make it up in the corner. Oh, I took 2 stabs at turning in there. As a result, the exit was messy too. This is the only bit where we really suffer a little bit of the less downforce. It isn't that bad though, to be honest, because you aren't going fast enough to build a substantial amount of downforce. You don't really feel the effects as much. Trying to avoid hitting the curbs too hard as well, because that always unsettles the car. That rule is pretty much solid across all tracks. There we go. Okay. I just kibitzed. Now I'd really love if I could set a lap time around here without spinning or crashing. That would be fantastic. Anyway, let's actually try and do that instead of talking about it. Through T1, easy. On the curb on the outside just to scare myself a little bit. T2, bit of a lock on the way in. That actually moves the brake bias back to the front. The rearward brake bias was a little bit too aggressive for my liking. And then just gaining that time all the way down the straight. Brake at 100. Try and roll it through, back on the power, soft-ish anyway. The second part. I don't want to lock the brakes too much though. Just be a bit softer on that brake pedal, I think. Be careful through here because the rear will just swap ends with you if you're not careful, especially if you're pushing the car through there quickly. Any straight pretty much we just gain time. That's what I love about running lower downforce. Now for the problem area. Soft up here, Jimmy. It'll be so easy again. The car wants to swap ends around here, so you've got to wait till you're pointing in a straight line, and then you can get on it. I lost a bit of time there. I think that's the downforce making a difference, but I should make that back hopefully here and on the back straight, or on the main straight, sorry. So easy. Made up a bit of time there as well. The car feels horrible through there, but dealing with it. There you go, nice and smooth, and now we get to run to the line. Now watch that relative, we're at 6 temps up already. I wager we might even gain another second by the time we get to the start-finish line. We'll see. Because now we're beyond the top speed we did without the DRS last time, or with DRS. Now we have DRS. Look at the Delta. Hee to the line. Can we get a 42? No, it's a 43.4. So we knocked off a big chunk of time there. I think I want to go even further with the downforce. You know, there's not really many sections where you use it. And these right-angled corners, these square rights and square lefts, they don't really need much downforce for them. So I think we can take even more downforce off. And we can start exploring maybe actually running on the hot lap mode as well to get that time even further down. So getting there. Okay, so I've taken yet more downforce off the car, but I've also increased the front camber slightly to give me a little bit more bite in some of the slow speed corners. Let's see what we can do now. Of course, I'll be really careful braking into T1 now. Carrying a lot more speed in, and I've got less grip mid-corner as well. And for T2, that's better. That's much better through there. Rolled it in instead of kind of throwing it in. Also using the hot lap setting on the ERS as well to give us that extra bit of boost. It does mean braking that tiny bit earlier than you have been braking because you're carrying more speed. You have to adjust your braking points as the car gets faster. You can't keep braking in the same place because you won't stop. Spoiler alert. Such a tricky section this, so the car doesn't like it at all. I touched the curb, that slowed me right down. Probably lost about a tenth or so doing that, maybe even more. If I can be quicker through here, it's a lot of time, I think. It's just scary, especially this section. You have to come back off again, let the rear settle, and then get back on the power. There you go, we've gained a hell of a lot of time through there. Oh, used third gear there, it really helped, but it was scary. Jimmy, oh, why? That's going to cost me some time, I think. Doesn't matter now, it's a drive to the line. Hopefully I've got enough ERS for the end. I think I'm going to run out. I think I am. That might... Oh, that's going to be bad. No ERS, no, come back. Out of ERS. Come on, DRS, take me the extra bit, please. It's a 142.0, so we're just about a second and a bit off now. Well, a second and a half, I should say. Right, so what have I got to do to go quicker here? I think a lot of it is in driving, personally. I think I'm just a bit slow in a lot of areas. But I've got to manage my ERS. I ran out at the end and I was going quicker. And I probably could have got an extra half a second out of that. So drive better and better ERS management. But right now, it's looking like it's going to be quite a big ask to get anywhere near that pole time again. So we'll see. I have a setup that I've been kind of tweaking and using as a final setup across some circuits. So I'm going to give that a go and see if that helps us get the extra, the extra bit of time we need. But it's looking unlikely again. Right, so I'm on this different setup now, as well as even less downforce and a more aggressive hybrid. We're using right then. So on this new setup, even less downforce. We're using the motor MDU mode now, so hopefully that's going to help us out with that a little bit more. I've got to try and manage this hybrid as we go through the lap. Wish me luck. Down to T1. Alright, so we're on the balanced right now. And now we're going to go up the hot lap just down there. And then back to balanced. I think a lot of this is going to come and be just being quicker on the track as well, so I've got to just make sure I'm nailing every corner. That's not nailing it, but whatever. Oh, I like clipped the wall there very slightly. Worth it though. Ah! Touch the wall! That'd be DNF in real life, but I'm going to carry the lap. Ah! Messy Jimmy! Come on! Top speed, come on, Ree! Go! Ah, it's a 140.8! It's a 140.8! Oh man, I think I could do that, I think it's possible. If I didn't have that mistake at the top, maybe being a bit cleaner, maybe I can get it. You know what? I'm going to have one more go at it. Usually I don't give myself this many laps, but I think I can actually do this, so I'm going to give myself another go, I think. Come on! Oh, it's going to be close! It's going to be close! Ah! I just got it! I just got it! 140.46, we do it by about 0.03 of a second. It was a bit messy towards the end. Whole lap's a bit messy around here, but I was pushing a bit too hard, I think. But we got it! Finally, we beat pole. My God, that took long enough, didn't it? Oh man, that was about 4 or 5 laps of trying after the last lap you guys saw in the video. So it didn't take too long to get there, but just about being neat, really, and trying to make sure you're not running over the curbs too much, especially on the second to last real corner, I should say, where it's that downhill left over the curb. Very easy to go onto the right there and get on the curb and slow yourself down plenty, but my word, I'm happy I finally got that done. Happy to get a pole as well. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I kind of like driving at Azerbaijan. It's not a bad track to drive in my opinion. If you did enjoy the video, then make sure to hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future streams and future videos like this. We're getting pretty damn close to that big old 250k $250,000 subscriber mark, so yeah, hopefully we can get there fairly soon. As always, massive thank you to the guys who support me over on Patreon and to my sponsors. Take care, have an awesome day, see you all next time.